Surprise Saturday upload, YouTube! Well, can't really be a surprise. I kind of told you I might be uploading this weekend. But anyway, I've got another battle here against Wandering from last week. Or 2 weeks ago, depending on how you see weeks. But he's the one that used the Doug trio, and yeah. That's all I can remember from that, actually. So anyway, I'm using another character team here. This is May. If you remember the anime, May is the chick from Hoenn. So I'm using her team, and if you go on to Cerebi, her team is right there. Beautifly, Blaziken, Glaceon, Venusaur, Wartortle, and Munchlax. And that's exactly what I'm using on this team. I figured it goes well enough together, why not try? So, my Beautifly was a Scarf lead, and it's for status. Like, I've got Toxic and Stun Spore on it, I believe. But anyway, I take the chance, because it's a fighting Pokemon, to set up Sunny Day and just Solar Beam. This Venusaur is a fucking tank. This thing rocks, because I've got Chlorophyll Venusaur, and as you know, that's the Dream World ability one. So anyway, I just keep throwing out Solar Beams, yeah. It's just taking hits, and it's a 2-turn kill. He Dragon Danced. Probably didn't know I was Chlorophyll, but I think I told him. I don't know. So anyway, he flinches to get that sunlight off, and yeah, I'm going to have to go for another Sunny Day. Now here, he switches it up a bit. He sees that Mach Punch doesn't do much because it's poison and grass, so he goes for Sucker Punch. And that does a lot more damage, but I Solar Beam and get about half? Yeah, that looks about half. A bit more than half, actually. Alright. So knowing he'd probably go for the Sucker Punch again, I go for Synthesis just so I can get max HP again. Now, I'm starting to feel bad because the Solar Beam is just kind of owning him. I don't know why he went for there because it wasn't one of his 3 priority moves, so I never got to see his last move. So he goes out to Bronzong, and this kind of walls my Venusaur at the moment, so I go out to Harbs, my Wartortle. Obviously it's going to be Eviolite, but I'm especially defensive, so I want to get my defenses up, and I go for an Iron Defense. So that skyrockets my defense into like the 400s, I think, maybe 500s. I don't know how much I have invested into this, but I go for an Aqua Ring so I can start getting defense or HP up, and he goes for a Suicide. He uses Explosion, and that does like 70 to Harbs, but I get 20 of it recovered from lefties, so yeah. Now, like I said, this is specially defensive, so he goes for Bug Buzz, and I go for Mirror Coat to fling that right back at him. And that does a really good amount, actually. So, knowing he doesn't want to take another Mirror Coat, he switches, and I predict that. Now, I predict he would just switch to something. I didn't know it would be Gliscor, but I go for the Scald, and that's kind of kick-ass. That doesn't really do anything to him though, so I'm gonna go out to Sylvia. He chooses to Swords Dance up here, and I'm running Calcs right now because I don't want this thing to die, because I need this if I want that Gliscor to go. So, I knew after +2, an Earthquake would not be able to kill off Sylvia. So I go for the Frost Breath, which just kind of ignores Light Screen because it's a 100% crit. I mean, it's kind of weak. I think it's like, what, base 60? But when the opponent has like +2 special defense or Light Screen up, I'm gonna want that. So he misses the Thunder, and that doesn't matter at all because this Thunder does nothing. And I stockpile, and his Reflect wears off, so he's just gonna run because he only has a Starmie and Galvantula, and quite honestly, Munchlax could have taken that. So that was a good battle. I haven't gotten to use that team much before, so thank you for letting me use that team. And I don't know if he has a YouTube yet. If he does, I will be sure to link it in the description. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Please rate, comment, sub. I want to get some more subscribers. I want to get out there. I will be back with another battle on Tuesday. Tuesday's battle seems like it'll be a fun battle. So, yeah, later, YouTube.